Last year was the start of something great, but now with the series having the support of all 10 F1 teams and then visiting 7 of the same tracks that F1 is going to, this season is going to be bigger and better than ever. Welcome to the first race weekend of F1 Academy 2024, and what a better place to start at the Jeddah Corniche circuit here at Saudi Arabia. The Jeddah Corniche circuit is also one of the longest and fastest on the F1 calendar, measuring at 6.174 kilometres. 27 corners, the most of any track, and this is going to be a real test of skill and courage for all drivers racing today. And this is a lap around the Jeddah Corniche circuit. The lap starts with a very long straight that leads into turn number 1. A very heavy braking zone, which requires good traction on exit. Hug the inside curb as you head towards turn number 2, which is a very fast left kick that you could take flat out, followed by another long straight, which ends in turn number 3. After the first sequence of corners, the speed picks up. There's a short straight to turn 4. Quick left-hander, followed by a sequence of very fast bends, very blind corners, all the way to the heavy braking zone of turn number 10. Through here, it's very important to concentrate on the position of the car because it's very easy to be offline. You're now going to be heading towards turn 13, a 12-degree banked corner. The entry is very fast and it's going to be hard to brake and turn at the same time. Be prepared to go faster through turn 14 and 15 in 10th and 8th gear, but a small dab on the brakes for the fast chicane at turn 16 and 17. And the exit through here is very important because the track is flatter all the way through turn 18, 19, 20 and 21. And the next time you brake will be for turn 22. This is a DRS zone and you're going to be very high speed before entering into the braking zone. After this chicane, the track is full throttle all the way to the final corner. Water on both sides of the track here. The second DRS zone will stretch from 25 to turn 27, covering a total of 725 metres around the lagoon. Heading towards the last sequence of corners, very tricky. You arrive very quickly, but the corner is quite open. Start, finish, straight you go, and that is a lap around the Jeddah Corniche circuit. Hello everybody and welcome along to round number 1 of F1 Academy here at the Jeddah Corniche circuit at Saudi Arabia, and what a better place to start off the main action here tonight. We've done practice with 40-minute practice session, and Doria Pin came on top on that one in the daytime. But now we're going to be heading to the night sky as they do a 30-minute qualifying to set the grid for both race 1 and race 2. More information about the format in just a moment. We've got myself, Jess Ball, in lead comms. Megan will be joining us very, very soon.
She's here now.
Hopefully soon.
Hi.
There she is. There we go. That was good timing. Yeah, welcome to the Combox. What are your thoughts heading into this session?
Hopefully it'll be a good session, and hopefully there will be a lot of diversity in the times, and just I hope there's a lot of competitiveness in trying to get the fastest time, because in other sports I feel like there's not a lot.
No, it's not a lot at all, to be honest with you, but the session this morning was pretty good, of course. 10 F1 Academy drivers will be represented with F1 teams, and then we've got 5 drivers backed by sponsors or F1 Academy teams themselves as well, and we're going to be visiting 7 tracks where F1 is going to be visiting as well, supported by the F1 series, which is always good for the sport, but especially good for the sport because all the ladies who are racing get an exposure.
Yeah. It is good about that. Have you been messing with this?
The chair? Headset? No, same as yours, not mine.
It feels unusually low.
See what happens, Jess, when I told you she'd notice I was wearing it for 2 minutes. What? The volume's low?
Yeah.
There.
And
Better.
speaking of voices, Joshua Birch in an unusual situation. He is in the pit lane. You were with us in the practice session. Any early thoughts as to who would you expect to do well in qualifying?
Oh, got to keep an eye on Dorian Ping, and I think Abby Pulling is going to be up there as well to what we saw this afternoon. Nice to be in the pit lane, but when I say pit lane, I'm shoved into the side of the commentary box on a chair outside the camera. No, I'm fine. You're on the cameras, and I'm watching the timing screens and all the data feeds as well. And I don't know, it's quite comfy, but it's a bit cold at the side of the box. So
Relegation.
Yeah. Relegation. Over to you, Jess.
Yes, indeed. And just in time, the intro is about to kick off. We are here in the night sky by the Red Sea as we head into qualifying for Saudi Arabia F1 Academy, where the 30-minute qualifying session will decide the grid for race 1 and race 2. Here's a track that the drivers are eagerly awaiting to get racing at tonight. 6.174 kilometres, 3.836 miles. 27 turns await our drivers with a top speed of 233.2 kilometres an hour. It's the first time all 15 drivers in this series will be racing at. This is the first time, so we have no data from last season because they haven't raced it, of course. So here we go then. This is going to set the grid for the first two races, well, the first two races of the season. 13 laps each as well. They are all getting ready in the pit lane, and they must be eagerly awaiting just to get going. We thought we were going to be delayed, but we are finally getting some F1 Academy action, and we got live timings for the first time, which is always good. But Dorian Pin, fastest in practice. Mega, do you think she can top it in this session, or do you think someone else could beat her?
I think she might be able to, but I think she'll have a lot of competition. So I think maybe she might get pushed out.
Green flag here in F1 Academy for the very first time. Hope you like the new graphics, by the way, everyone. We were experimenting this morning as well, so we've got all 15 cars venturing on to the track. So they're the brand new format for 2024. So we've already done the first practice session, but it could be up to 2 practice sessions, 40-minute each. 1 30-minute qualifying session, as we're doing now, and 2 30-minute races. And then the grid for race 1 is the driver's fastest lap of the session. Grid for race 2, driver's second fastest lap of the session. So they've got to do 2 best laps to do well in the sessions tonight. 10 F1 teams have a driver on the grid, 5 drivers supported by brands. And then we have a wild card entry at select rounds to race with a team champion from last season, Kramer. And overall in the championship, the super license points will be given to the top 5 finishers of the championship. So those are the new formats. We used to have 3 races. I was discussing it with Josh this morning. 3 races was just too much. 2 30-minute sessions was too much. They condensed it into 1. So much better.
It is seeming a lot better, and it's making their way around the corners now, and they run quite smoothly, I've noticed, even compared to like last year. They seem to have a smoother way of going about the track. I think they've really done them up perfectly this year.
Without any mistakes.
Yeah.
And then we need to do 2 good laps for quali to set both grids, so it's important to get 2 really good laps in and hopefully have a good one.
Well, we know it's
That
important.
was Maya from Ferrari, the first female driver in the Ferrari Driver Academy, believe it or not, which she makes history as well. 6 newcomers join the series too in F1 Academy, and then the rest of them are returning drivers. One of them was Chloe, who is representing them in the Haas as well. She said she enjoyed the session earlier on today, of course. And we are about to get going. The drivers are going to set their first laps. They have 30 minutes to do so. I wonder if it's going to be the same in F2, where they're just going to set banker laps in at the moment. There's quite a lot of traffic going into the final sector, so some of the drivers they have time so they can keep it all steady and under control, but there's a bit of oil from the last session, so hopefully the drivers won't slid into it too much. But
Let's hope they
Dorian
really
is the first
avoid
driver
that.
on
That would
track.
be good.
What?
I said, let's hope they avoid that. It won't be good if they suddenly just spin off.
Yeah, you should have seen the oil earlier on as well. I think it was F2, I believe it was as well. And luckily, the oil didn't affect them too much. So it's Dorian then, heading in towards turn 10. And now heading towards the back very soon of turn 13. This is Block's first ever season in F1 Academy. She had a very good practice session this morning. She finished 3rd in the session, backed by Williams. So I'm sure the Williams team will be very happy with that as well.
Well, I think she's the only Williams doing well.
Yeah, exactly. She's actually supported by Jamie Chadwick this season, who's going to be continuing Indy Lights.
But I already
hopefully
put
we'll
my
get
money on
streamed
her.
with Jackson in the comms box.
Just touching in here for a second as well from this morning. Dorian Ping, of course, was the fastest, but Abby Pulling, if we remember, Jess, we were commentating on the session, Abby Pulling was faster in a straight, but we've got an interview to go through.
Interview.
Qualifying till now, but my strategy is just to, you know, keep it on track, avoid any traffic, avoid track limits. I'm really over it with penalties, so I don't want to get any more penalties. So just, you know, abide with the rules and, yeah, try to avoid every incident on track.
So there we go then. Hopefully we'll hear some more interviews throughout the session as well as the drivers tick through. And I think I won't be surprised to see a few people go into the pits to get some installation up then. But Dorian is about to start a lap. I thought she started a lap ago, but she didn't. So, and yeah, Abby Pulling was looking very good in practice earlier on. She came from W Series a while back as well. She did very well last season too.
She was always good.
We could see a few challenges to Ping in the championship.
Yeah, she was fastest overall on the track without any toe in front of her. Then Dorian got another one with a toe, was 3 tenths off, and then got one solo and was ahead by nearly about 4 tenths of a second. Then Pulling got another lap with a toe, gained into about half a second, well, about half a tenth. So she's getting up there, and I really do think as well we could be seeing quite an interesting qualifying, because already we've got Dorian Ping at the top, 209.285, but we've got Abby now stuck in traffic, and Dorian's the fastest first sector. She's weaving right now at turn 13 to get temperature in. So as the track gets cooler, the times will get faster.
Abby Pulling now has the fastest first sector with a 45.5. Then we got Block, who's got a 40.0 in the middle sector as well. Jafali, who is the wildcard driver for this weekend, she goes 7th fastest as well. There is Abby Pulling, as you can see on the screen. We actually get to tell what corner it is. I think she's going towards turn 16. I think.
I wish they'd always have where the corner was on the screen, because it's like they expect us to know every single corner by heart.
They have it in F1. Why not have it in F1 Academy?
I know. It's like, why have they not decided, this will be useful for people?
Yeah, because corners look similar. There is turn 22 that she's going on now. Abby Pulling is looking quick, so she is on a push lap compared to what we saw Ping do currently.
I reckon she might overtake Pin, because she's got 2 purple sector times, which I don't think Pin managed to do.
Only sector 3.
No. Yeah, it was only sector 3 for her. So Pulling then, across turn 27. A few people just about avoid the walls in F2 and F1. And Pulling goes up to the, well, we've seen someone else go to the line, but what can Abby Pulling do? She goes up to the line.
Yes.
And it is P1, 7 tenths faster. And Taylor Houseman goes second with a 2 minute 6.3, but still slower than what we saw in practice this morning.
Oh, replay. And what?
She's touched the line. What Stroll was told not to do in the previous session, and she's touched into, so she's lost her fastest lap time. So,
that's why she moved.
Yeah, so Ping's lost her lap time.
That is unlucky for her. But
that explains why she still had a 2 minute 6. They are hot on track limits. They were hot in practice in Formula 1, of course. And now Pin sets time and speed alight with purple first sector, 45.1, which was probably faster than what we saw in practice. So these are the times we're starting to see at the moment. The wind speed, incredibly less than what we saw this morning, because it's obviously not daytime, it's in the night time, so the wind is incredibly less. Air temperature 24.8, track temp 28.8 degrees. Oh, it's just great that we get live timing so we can see all of this as well.
It looks like Pin is trying to come back with a vengeance against Pulling, because she has just completed two purple sector times, which are 8/10 faster than Pulling's are.
Yes, 39.5 is the middle sector,
She's really
which
not
is
wanting
1/10
to
quicker
let
than
that
Abby
go.
Pulling.
And going round one of the corners, I don't know, because
26 and 27.
how do you know this?
This is-
Practice.
yeah, me and Jess have been doing this now for 8 hours 43 minutes.
But with brakes, of course.
With brakes.
I should hope so.
Pin up to the line. And she goes top with a 2-minute 4.599.
Jeez.
That's quicker than this morning.
Much better.
I keep looking at these names and just like, okay, I want to pronounce it, but I feel like I pronounce it wrong. There's only a few people I know how to pronounce.
Pin pulling.
Don't worry, I still can't pronounce them and we'll be doing it all day.
Al Kabassi, if you were worried about one of them as well. Jafali is the wildcard driver coming in. Houseman.
That's easy.
Yeah.
Weirdly, those names I'm not fussed about. Though it's names like Lovin Fossey. Is that how you say it?
Lola Lovin Fossey, yeah.
Yeah, so okay, that's... And I was
I think it's Emily de House, I think. Pronounced like house, I think. I might be wrong.
I thought it was de Hughes, but it might be House as well. French spelling, isn't it? Dutch driver though.
right.
So they might be from a different nationality to begin with as well. There is Jess Edgar, backed by F1 Academy, the only driver backed by F1 Academy since she wasn't backed by an F1 team or another sponsor. At
Someone
the
just
moment,
lost
she
their
hasn't set a
set
time. 7 drivers have not set a time yet. And we got
lost her
Maya
lap time.
is on a run.
Yeah, Weig's lost her lap time for track limits at the same part as Dorian Ping. That crossing the line on the pit entry. It's the only place you really can do it.
So Whale, that's how you pronounce it.
Wei, yeah.
Josh is basically race control messages. So every time we see a race control messages, he points that out. So thank you, Josh.
Pleasure.
As Jess Edgar gets to the line, 1.4 seconds off the pace, but goes 5th.
That's a good time. Let's see if Whale can actually get in the top 3. So I'm probably estimating, I want to say 5 or 6 for her time coming up. I don't know why I want to say that though.
Here comes Maya then up to the line from a Ferrari Academy. Can she beat any of the other drivers? Goes third fast with a 3-minute 5.1. Her final sector and middle sector was looking quite good. First sector was matching what Ping could do as well.
So there's potential there.
Yes.
I think she just needs a bit more of like warm-up laps, and maybe by the end of the session she might be in a contention for first. Trying to beat Pin and Pulling.
Interesting enough, this morning they were all verbs: ping, pulling, and block.
No, pulling pin
Pulling, ping, block.
and block.
They were the top
Pulling
3.
pin block.
Really weird top 3 this evening. It was quite funny actually.
Yeah, someone pointed it out on X or Twitter.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I
was
just saw
very
that
weird.
on the messages. Yeah, it's quite funny actually.
It's a shame that Chambers wasn't 4th.
Where was Chambers in the end? I can't remember now.
Not sure.
Oh, Pauline. Pauline's purple first sector as she goes through turn 13. She's looking very quick at the moment. Track is ramping out quite a bit in terms of temperature right now.
Oh, Weyoung yet again has lost her time. What's she done this time?
Track limits again. Can you double check for us, Josh?
Yeah, same part of the track. They're all cutting that part. They're all cutting the pit lane entry line because they can't see it over the tyre, so they think they're okay, and then they're all just going over it.
They should all remember, if you think you're okay, you're not okay because you should know that you're okay. Oh, lock up.
Oh, look up for pit, for not pin, pulling. Oh. So I think that's time lost for her, so I don't think she's going to get pole as well. That's Bianca right behind her as well. You can tell because she's the only one with some orange livery. And what I like about the timings, as I only just found out earlier on this morning, it doesn't show the team names, as in Prema, ART, MP Motorsport, etc. It shows who they're being backed by. So they're being backed by Ferrari, Merck, Alpine, and any of the sponsors as well. So here's Abby up to the line. I don't think it's going to be fastest, but you could prove wrong. She goes second fastest. And we did have a race control message that I could barely read. Track limits.
It was way in track limits again. So
and
it's
white
the black and
flag.
white flag's been given out.
See,
Ah, right.
Here you are. Why?
I only know. Well, that is locking up. I don't even know how she locked up then.
Oh,
I
and
think-
she took Bianca with her as well. Bustamante followed her in.
what can
And
I
there was
say,
a bit
she's
of a lock-up
leader.
showing there as well.
This is where you look. They're cutting that pit lane line, all of them, and it's repeated. So that's why they're getting the deletions, as race control's been saying.
I feel like she wasn't even trying then. I feel like she saw that she touched the line and was just like, do you know what? I'm just going to go for it.
Yeah, I don't blame her, to be honest, for that. And I thought they were referring to turn 1 where we saw Lance Stroll do it in F1, but no, they weren't doing that. I can see why now. We'll keep an eye on that as we head into the session with 15 minutes and 40 seconds to go on the clock, and it is Dorian Pin out on top, Abby Pulling in second, and Houseman in third, Jess Edgar in fourth. Still no times from Emily to House, Marty, Chloe Chambers, and Shriner as well. But they're all, well, the last 3 drivers are out on track. Shriner was 7th in the practice session, but what could Jess Edgar do as she goes up to the line? Is in third position with a 205.562. Not quite in the 204s though, but she is currently best of the rest out of the drivers in the 205, so
Little-
still more time to be found.
Little problem with the curb there. From who was that?
That's Edgar.
That was Jess.
Edgar.
Cousin, of course, to Johnny Edgar.
Oh.
We had that debate at the end of last season, didn't we, Josh?
Because on the timing screen it says J. Edgar, and I said Johnny Edgar. Because it's so ingrained in me, but it's a Jess Edgar, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
We're a fan of the Jays, you see.
They've even got
Yeah.
another brother called John.
You do.
My brother's middle name is James.
Oh.
I've got 2. I'm Joshua William Jack, so I've got 2 now.
Yeah.
Two J's.
Ah,
Our parents did something
Marty's
funny.
going to be doing a lap time right now. She's not as comfortable as the other drivers at the front. She's at 40.1 middle sector, 45.8 third sector. So I would expect it to be near where Lovin Fossey is at the moment, but she's passed it towards turn 27. She's backed by Tommy Hillinger. I will tell you about a few of the drivers anyway as we go through the qualifying session. She goes up to the line. Someone else crosses the line as well. But what
It's a
can
train.
Marty do? She goes 8th.
Yeah. Our parents did something which apparently they didn't do on purpose with the names. And no, it's not what my initials spell, Joshua.
Mob.
They gave their sons 2 middle names and their daughters 1 middle name, and I don't know why.
Amanda
Do
Alcabassi.
you want to know what my middle name is?
Go on.
What?
Margaret, as we're seeing a replay from Alpha Alcabassi. Again, a lock up like what we saw with Abby Pulling there, so they're struggling at the moment.
Tyres are starting to go. They only get 2 sets for qualifying as well. And they're all trying to take it 1 set in case there's a problem with the race set.
I'm named after 2 teddy bears.
One of the Alcabassis is on a run right now at the moment.
My middle name is Olivia.
Oh, it's the one in 9th place. There we go. It's the one in 9th place. So I have to squirt sometimes just to see the screen at the moment, just so I can see it on 2 screens, which is difficult for me. But we will get there, of course. Someone's saying in the chat, it's crazy to think that these these cars are second lap slower than F1. Well, those are F3 cars. They're meant to be, or they're all identical cars, and with an F3 spec as well. So they're slower than F2 and F1, obviously faster than F4. I think that's what the W Series cars, weren't they? They were F4 cars.
They were.
So, I do like that they're going into F3 cars because obviously it's a bit more of a challenge compared to F4 too, and with the super license points as well. So, Alcabassi then, from the Red Bull backed team, up to the line. Shortest one to the line actually. And she goes into 6th place right now.
Oh.
Just ahead of a few drivers. A few more drivers posting some decent lap time. De House goes 13th.
Marty
Al
goes
Kabasi, the other one, goes 12th. And Schreiner goes 11th.
Yeah, they're all going to now set up and put on their second tyres and get back out there. This is the wildcard driver now just down in the pit lane as well, of Jafali as well, getting out there. And hopefully as well with the stickers tyres, as they're now called, because they've got stickers on, we're going to have a lot faster grip. So with about 5 minutes, we'll see some push laps.
I noticed they had stickers on their tyres. I thought I was just going crazy because I was like, why is there white all in the middle of the tyres? So they're stickers.
Now you know.
Why are there stickers on that tyre?
It used to be.
Why?
It used to be until Pirelli came in as well. If a brand new set of tyres had stickers on them, that way you knew they were new, and the stickers would just go well and off as you go. That's where they came as sticker reds in IndyCar. Sticker red tyres, brand
They
new
would have
tyres.
hated Leclerc when he went through that phase of always having tyres that were scrubbed down.
Aston Martin have even stopped that this year as well. Coincidentally, as
Quick
soon as
reminder
Bernie's
that-
gone.
Quick reminder, they have to set 2 quick laps in order to qualify themselves for race 1 and race 2. So if 2 of your laps are good, you're more than likely going to get pole for both races. So it's going to be so we're going to know who's going to be setting the grid for race 1, but we don't know what the lap's going to be for race 2 until we possibly see it on the world feed at the moment.
There should be
So
2 timing
Al
screens.
Grassi in 12th. What?
There should be 2 timing screens for that. They really should.
Yeah, they should be.
They better get a move on.
Or 2 sessions at least, like we had in Kota.
Yeah. I
15
think because they used to be 2 30-minute sessions, didn't they? But I would like 2 15-minute sessions
Agreed.
With you on that.
because literally a lot of them came to a stop anyway. So what's the point? But they are obviously learning as they go, of course. Everyone has set a lap time now. With Pin fast with a 2-minute 4.5.
Let's have it. Come on, you can do it.
Words of encouragement.
Yes.
That's
From
something you never hear in
Jessica Edgar's engineer, of course. From the team that she's in right now. Lovin Fossey is about 4 tenths slower than what we saw Pin. So that is an improvement for Lovin Fossey. We see her fastest in the speed track in the first sector and the last sector in the speed traps. But she's second in the speed trap overall as well. So she's got low wings compared to everybody else in the car. So she wants a setup which is good on the straights, it looks like. So she's looking good.
Taking the curb now. Going round. Which corner is this? I don't know.
This coming up is turn 22.
Right, round turn 22 into 23, I'm guessing.
Yes,
And
that's correct.
yay, I'm getting the hang of it.
Woohoo!
Guys,
Hi.
hello. Just quickly, Lewis Hamilton has had a formal warning and Mercedes fined 15,000 euros.
What?
That
Why?
was due to Lewis impeding Logan Sargent in qualifying.
He impeded
No,
it.
not qualifying, practice, sorry.
Yeah.
Practice.
The things
Thank
you
you for that,
miss.
Josh P. As Lovin Fossey goes P4. That's more likely for Lovin Fossey right now, as she's set a very good lap for that.
Speaking of impeding,
Control.
turns at 4
Still
and 5.
involving.
Bustamante and I can't remember who the other one was. I think it
So just as we talk about impeding.
Oh wait on.
We need 1 clean lap, okay? 1 clean lap.
So 1 wing lap, Maya said. As soon as Josh Chi talks about the FIA decision on impeding for Lewis, boom, there's a message that comes up for impeding. And then
Yeah.
we get another one.
Oh, it was Chambers, the other one. No reviewed. It will not be reviewed for further investigation between Chambers and Bustamante.
Ah, right. So I guess it wasn't that bad as well, but if it was impeding, it would be a warning anyway.
Yeah. Or, as we
For
heard
first, and then
about
if they do it
Hamilton
again,
fines.
and if they do it again, penalty.
Yeah. 15,000. Jeez, he's really trying to make it He's really making them pay, isn't he? Just like first leading, now signing. It's like he's giving them gifts as he goes.
Oh, we got some lap times. Oh, and Pink goes faster with a 2-minute 3.472. Where did that time come from? That was rapid. The track is ramping up. Could we see more drivers in the 2-minute threes? We'll have to wait and see. As Abby Pulling just set 45.0, so she's getting quicker. Oh, Lovin Fossey struggling a bit on the last corner of turn 27 there, so probably she's not going to improve that much.
Wonder what that was. Block goes into 7th with a 2.525. For some reason, I always struggle thinking, what do I say when it's literally a number that has a 0 in front of it? It always just like, it throws me a little bit and just like 2 something. What do I do? 2-0?
Yeah, I'll just say I say 2 minute for 2. No, actually no, 2 minute point something.
I
That's what I
should
say.
do that. I just end up saying 2 something.
Well, I'm used to it when we're doing wet races at Belgium, so.
I'm just gonna go your route.
Abby Pulling, she's got the final straight to go, and what's it going to be for her? Can she get in the 203s? No, she can't, but she does get in the 204s though. She goes second fastest, beats Maya Rugg in 3rd.
Alice was happy with that one. Look at that. She's just a woo.
Alice Powell, don't forget, is Abby's mentor. So she's watching on, obviously too old to be in the F1 Academy Series, but still cheering her driver on as well.
She's proud.
She is.
I don't
I don't know why she's not in the commentary box though, in the world feed.
What do you mean?
Should be.
Oh,
I don't know why they didn't get her in the commentary box for any of the races.
Probably so, yeah. When they're commentating on site, but I know Nikki and Alex are in London because F1 TV's in London this weekend.
Ah, right, yeah. So it's Nikki and Alex for qualifying, and for the race it's Nikki Shields and Jordan King in the world feed.
Oh, Wayoon.
Go second fastest, beats Abby Pulling by 1/10 of a second.
Ooh. See, there's a lot of competition
Just
to pin.
over actually. And Alala Block goes 4th fastest with a 2-minute 5.087.
On board with Lola.
Not look at the timings because there's always like 5 seconds ahead of us. Very annoying. Lovin Fossey though goes 4th fastest, just behind Block. Just ahead of Block actually.
Oh, she locked up into turn 1, I think.
Ah, that probably explains it then. Times are getting quicker and quicker. We've got 3 minutes left to go of the session. And this is all that it takes to get the drivers in, to get their best lap time possible for both race 1 tomorrow and race 2 on Saturday. I'm used to saying Sunday, but no, it's Saturday. Pin's going faster again. A purple first set to 44.7, but she's slower in the second, 39.3.
I forgot it was only Thursday.
And Bustamante goes 4th fastest. That's more like it from Bustamante as well, the McLaren back driver. I was saying to Josh earlier that the Bianca's livery, when you go on the onboard, looks like a multiplayer car that hasn't been touched. Or hasn't put that much effort in.
I saw a wonderful skit. Oh, just going to interrupt. Block near touch wall. I saw Bianca Bustamante having a wonderful thing with Kimi Antonelli before the start when they were back in the Prema days, and she changed his Instagram bio and was all flirty and jokey with them all as well. It's absolutely fantastically funny. He made him blush. She made him blush.
Wow.
Bianca's just a wonderful ambassador from McLaren now that all the problems have been sorted, and she's been media trained a bit.
Definitely.
Dorian
Yeah.
Ping, though, is great.
Red Bull have 2 cars,
Red Bull do have 2 cars, Justin.
and
Get back to
The
race control. I'm
racing-
in the pits. Go. Back to you, Jeff.
no, I'm just confused. Why do they have 2?
Champions get 2.
Is that why McLaren only gets 1?
Yes.
I bet
So
they
the
feel so
pr-
low.
I was confused to begin with too, but luckily I was aware of that now. So everyone's setting their final runs then, as Abby Pulling, still not quite enough to beat Pin's time at the moment, but she's setting a personal best first and second set to 45.0, 39.5. We've got Al Kabassi, who is down on the first and second sector. I wonder if she's going to push now and get a final laps in now, really, because, yeah, it's not looking good for her so far, but, yeah, we'll watch her as she goes through in towards turn number 1. Heavy braking zone coming up to the left. And, oh, that was Abby Pulling almost just about voiding the wall there once again, or it's the camera angle just teasing us again. But here comes Abby to the line. Does she have anything to say? She goes second.
She seems to like second.
I don't get how Dorian Ping's pulled out 7 tenths to Abby. Abby's got the toe, but Dorian, I think she set a lap time earlier on. Whether or not Dorian's got 2 great lap times to set the grid for both, that's going to be the interesting factor. Lock up.
Obviously, we won't know race 2 qualifying until later on, of course. We don't have that data, unfortunately. We only have the data for race 1's qualifying session. We're seeing the times compared to Abby Pulling and Maya compared in the World Feed right now. And good thing about F1 Academy, you'll be able to watch us on the JBMotorsports channel on YouTube and Twitch, and you can watch free-to-air for F1 Academy on YouTube as well. So everyone in the world gets
we know that you are able to do it, so do it, give everything, push at maximum.
Push to the maximum, the engineer says, for Nobles, who's currently in 11th. So everyone's been told to put the hammer down.
We got told about Dorian Ping's lap time, 0.472. So 203.472. That's what the data he was being told to her. He was telling her.
And so they want them to get near it. It is quite a bit of pressure, especially for some drivers that are having their first ever season. I don't think Pulling's going to improve. Checker flag is out.
I think that's it,
As drivers will be getting their final runs. Pulling won't improve anymore.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see much
Frosty.
improvements. I think they were all on a down lap, you see, when they were
It's
coming
like
to the
F3
line.
then.
Yeah. It's annoying when that happens because they don't go in,
We
so
hype it
it's
up.
backwards.
Yeah, we hype it up. Yeah, most people I think are on down runs. Yeah, nobody's improving.
I'd be shocked if they did.
Shreya does improve on the final set today.
Maybe they should have given Nobles that advice just a little bit earlier. When she had her.
2 minute 5.3 was Noble's time.
It's a decent time. It's in the top 10.
I don't.
Yeah, in the top 10 as well.
How on
Yes, Josh?
earth has Dorian Ping done that? Like, he's star of the future, 100%.
Agreed.
There was quite a few people on Twitter earlier that was predicting Pin to pretty much do a Marta Garcia last season and win quite a lot of the races this season. But it's Pin that takes pole for race 1 with a 2 minute 3.472. And then it is Abby Pulling on the front row, just like it was in practice earlier on. But this time it's Maya who is in 3rd place.
Race control.
Long,
That time deleted.
Yeah.
block. Oh, block. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Drops down to 7th.
That'll be track limits, the same part of the track. Down at turn 27, finish line.
Yeah, it'll be the pit lane.
That's easier said.
I
Yes.
can hear myself very delayed.
Yeah, I'm hearing the same thing actually.
Weird.
Oh, is this test normal?
They'll be going to the support pit lane.
I mean the yellow.
Yeah, that's what the yellow flag's for, is for them to go to the support pit lane.
Okay, that makes sense.
I'm just
I
trying.
think it's a bit later on than the F2 one, though, as well. Well,
This is the replay.
That means we'll probably won't get interviews then.
Ooh,
Oh.
probably not. We might get them tomorrow.
Well done to that Marshall actually waving the checker flag.
Yeah.
Oh. That was turn 1.
Do you know, it's
Yeah, look like that.
turn 1 has gone down off the track. But great job though. Frame on top, and it's Dorian Ping.
She's had a
Graham,
good
the
session.
team champions, of course, from last year. And hopefully we'll get to hear a team radio from Pink very, very soon.
Oh, here we go.
There you go.
It's double pole position. Mega job. Good job.
So, double pole.
Yes, Dory. Double pole. Double pole. First pole by 8 tenths. Second pole by 6 tenths.
Yes. Let's go. It's the car was mega for the body. Really good job. Thank you.
Does this
What
mean
a challenge she is as well.
Yeah. Does this mean she hasn't checked
Free
throughout
throw.
the entirety what position she was? That is...
I think that doesn't affect her that much, does it? She just wants to get some laps and then she gets told, oh, she's B1.
I reckon they should always do that. Then it's more of a surprise for them.
Dory Ping is a driver for the Iron Dames as well. Made a single-seater debut last year. 3 podiums and a victory during the SCA Championship at Formula 4. And she competed in the UAE Championship recently where she claimed another victory. I think it was Abu Dhabi, I believe. So very impressive considering she only made a single-seater debut last year. But those are your results then for qualifying for race 1 as Dorian Ping takes pole with Abby pulling in second. Maya Work in 4th. We've got Marty in 4th and Bustamante 5th. Lauren Fossey 6th. Laya Block in 7th. Shame about an invalidation there. Chloe Chambers. We've got Noble and Jess Edgar that rounds up the top 10. The top 10 separating by around about 1 to 2 seconds. And then we got the next lot of drivers. We've got Tina Hausman, Schreiner, Hammer Al-Kabasi, the wildcard driver of Safari, Hammer Al-Kabasi, and Emily DeHouse rounds up your grid for tomorrow. So that was qualifying then. Megan, what are your thoughts going into race 1 tomorrow, since we know the order for that already?
I think that tomorrow in race 1, I think certainly it will be a pin victory. Though I think she will face a lot of challenges, especially from pulling. Though I also would really consider watching the middle field and people going off because they can't seem to stay on the track in that certain area. So I reckon there will be a lot of cautions for that.
Josh, what are your final thoughts quickly?
Dorian Ping going to be great. So is Abby Pulling. Can't wait for race 1 tomorrow.
There we go then. That is it for all the action then today. We'll be back tomorrow for MotoGP practice to start off and then F1 Academy straight after for race 1. That's it from me and Megan. Thanks for watching at home. We'll see you all tomorrow for all the action. Goodbye.